please introduce yourself?
My name is Bjarte Buksnes. I'm a senior advisor at Performance Framework at Statoil.
So today you have opened the program with presenting a speech devoted to the new approach to business management. So what are the key points of these innovations?
I was talking about three things. First of all, the problems with what I call traditional management, like for instance traditional budgeting. Very much of what is practiced in organizations today is outdated management technology. Traditional budgeting was invented 100 years ago. We probably worked well back then, maybe even 50 years ago, but no longer today. Then I talked about ways to solve these problems, and I talked about something called Beyond Budgeting, which is actually a somewhat misleading name, because the purpose of Beyond Budgeting is not necessarily to get rid of budgets. It's just one of many things you need to address in order to become more adaptive, more agile, more human. So Beyond Budgeting is actually about business agility. And then I talked about how we are doing this at Statoil. We started out back in 2005, abolishing traditional budgeting and a lot of other things. So I talked about our process, which we call Ambition to Action. And that was basically the headlines of my session today.
Okay, great. So, and in short, what are the main problems companies are facing today?
Well, in the area of leadership and management, too many companies, too many organizations have not understood that you can get a lot of competitive advantage from exploring management innovation and not only technology and product innovation. Technology and product innovation is a very crowded place because everybody is into it. Management innovation is not yet a crowded place because it's a bit scary for some people. Kicking out the budget, are you crazy? But you can get just as much competitive advantage out of management innovation as you can from technology and product innovation.
Okay. And at what stage of transition is currently Statoil, and what would be the next steps?
Well, we started out in 2005, so 13 years ago, and as I mentioned in my session today, this is not a project. This is a journey. It's not a quick fix. It takes time, and but it's also a journey where you get braver along the way. And we have discussions today that we couldn't have had 5 or 10 years ago. And one example is a discussion around target setting. Many organizations are on autopilot when it comes to target setting. They think that if we measure something, there has to be a target to it. But target setting can actually be quite problematic and often quite dysfunctional. So we're having a discussion about, can we operate with less targets than we have today? Simply measure that we are moving in the right direction and create motivation, create an understanding of direction in other ways than with spelling out that the target is 29.2.